Hmm. You ever just wish there was an easier way to gain wealth on ladder and get the gear you need faster? Well, there actually is an incredibly easy way. Literally anyone can do it, and you can do it as early as Act 1 in Nightmare. That's what we're showing you right here today. So the very first one is the particular runes that are going to kind of lose value the fastest, but right day 1, day 2, day 3, the first week of ladder, people need these, and a lot of times people are just too lazy to spend a little bit of time to go out and farm them, and that is the insight rune sets. Now almost every single character in the game can benefit from an insight, even if they don't need that meditation aura in order to keep their mana up. It's such a cheap rune word relative to the amount of enhanced damage that it gives you. With just a Ral, Tyr, Tal, and Soul, that's only one rune that you have to get from Nightmare Countess. The other three you can actually get straight from normal Countess if you wanted to. But really, I would suggest farming all these from the Nightmare Countess, then you have a chance of getting even a little bit higher runes, and if you could, it's not particularly difficult depending on your build, you could farm Hell Countess, get anything up to Ist, and you could even get keys along the way. But like I said, saving up these sets, this is only going to be incredibly early on in ladder, but don't sleep on those insight rune sets in order to build up just a tiny bit of wealth right at the beginning of ladder and get some of that better gear. Now continuing talking about sets of runes here, we're going with spirit rune sets. Now super early on, people need these for their spirit swords, which aren't going to be as in high demand as the ladder progresses, but everybody, for even the endgame builds, need to make that spirit shield for their casters. But what makes spirit runes more in demand longer into ladder and even throughout ladder is that a lot of builds, to absolutely be perfect, need a 35 FCR spirit, which is the absolute perfect roll on the faster cast rate. Now because of this, they're going to use a spirit set, and then they're going to put in a hell rune with a town portal, and then zap those runes out if it does not roll 35 FCR. Rinse and repeat. So because of this, people will need many sets of these spirit runes along with a hell rune in order to try to get their 35 FCR. Now, if you notice, one of these runes actually matches up with the insight set, and that is the Tal rune. So make sure, even if you get some of those insight sets that eventually lose their value and you can't trade, make sure you keep those Tal runes, so then you can make your spirit sets, or there's actually a good use that I'll mention a little bit later here in this video for those Tal runes. Now we'll slide into the absolute bar none best crafting recipe there is in Diablo 2 Resurrected, and that is save those Ral runes for crafting caster amulets or trading them to people who are going to do so. Now to make these caster amulets, you need a Ral rune, a perfect amethyst, a magic amulet, and then any jewel, just some junk garbage jewel. Transmute those in the cube. Boom, and you get certain different affixes on that amulet, along with random stuff that will roll just kind of sort of as if it was a rare item. But the reason these are so valuable is you can actually get that 10 FCR roll on as if it was a rare item, and then the actual caster amulet recipe gives you an additional 5 to 10% faster cast rate. Now once again, some builds, to be absolutely perfect and maxed out, you need a certain level at minimum of faster cast rate on that amulet to hit your breakpoint. There are even certain builds that need the exact 20 faster cast rate. Now, as you might guess, in order to get these absolutely perfect rolls, you might need to do hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of crafting recipes in order to eventually get lucky and get that roll. That's why Ral runes specifically, more so than any other of these lower level runes, holds value all the way throughout ladder. So we'll take a quick break. Thank the sponsor of this video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning platform where it has thousands and thousands of videos, whether you're looking to up-level your skills to help out your business or your career, or learning something new just for fun. Now, of course, I love YouTube, but sometimes it's nice to do a complete course straight through without any interruptions. Skillshare is a completely ad-free service. Each week it has thousands of new videos and courses, so there's always something new to learn. And now the entire catalog is available in subtitles in Spanish, Portuguese, and German, and even more. I had a great time watching and learning from Marquise Brownlee YouTube Success Course. And another course I've looked into is Real Productivity by Michael Carnage de Protcorn. Be more productive can help you with your career, help you get to the gym more often, help you have more time to spend with your kids and with your family. So this one's going to be mega helpful for my life. The first 1,000 people that use the link down in the description will get 1 month free trial to Skillshare. Now next up is going to kind of piggyback off of those Ral runes, and that's going to be any of the runes under Ral as far down as you feel like wanting to cube together in to order to cube up to those RAL runes. Me personally, I at minimum take the Tal runes as I don't need them anymore, as I stop making the spirit sets and the insight sets, and I cube all of those together in order to get up to the RAL runes, because those RAL runes, even being lower, hold so much value. Depending on how far you wanted to go with it, you could go down even to the L runes and the Nefs and the Eths and the Is and everything down there underneath RAL and cube those all together to get up to that RAL rune. The reason you can do this, and the good thing, is that at these lower levels, you don't need to combine any of the flawless, chipped, or gems or anything like that in order to cube these runes together. All you have to do is take those runes, throw them in the cube, and boom, it'll level up to the next one. All of these lower runes, it'll take 3 of the runes. So this one is a little bit of open-ended, but it's as far as how much work you want to do to grab all these runes and cube them all together. I personally wouldn't go any higher than RAL rune. I don't know, maybe you might be thinking, hey, we'll take all these lower runes and cube them up to a Vex or something. In my opinion, it would not be worth it. The number of even RAL runes you'd have to cube together in order to get up to a high rune, you could probably get more value for the number of RALs than you could for the number of Vexes, we'll say. I haven't done the math, but you would need thousands and thousands of RAL runes to get up that high. Not to mention, once you get high enough, you start needing those chip gems and random flawed gems and stuff like that in order to cube runes together. Now, these are some of the easiest ways at the beginning of ladder to gain wealth and to get that gear. If you have any other ones that you think that you really like to do, head down in the comments and let me know how you get super easy wealth at the beginning of ladder. Hey, I'm trying to get to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Right now, I'm around 35,000. If you could help me out, check and make sure you subscribe to the channel. And hey, give me a little bump. Boop. Give me that little thumbs up if you could too. So hey, peace out, and don't forget, keep slaying.